Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dalton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Come here.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there on third down. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. It's second down. Dalton looking. He's going to rifle one deep left side. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
368!
Throwing, Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Over here, over here.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
368.
And Dalton to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. With it is Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Detroit! Over!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Detroit!
Here's Rosen. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Watch it now, Barney!
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Green with a catch left side. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Going for the deep ball. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Dalton, bootlegs out, sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Uzama. Right through him.
Boom, bam, biff.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. To go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Dalton here from the gun. It's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Flex round! Flex round! You're choosing Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And this time, Rosen will throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Flushed out right. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, it's Rosen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, here's Rosen. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying,
and this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Bullock good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Get ready for something coming left.
The final act of the first half. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And a fantastic return all the way down to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Nice. Over here. You're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Dalton now to pass. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Takk McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Check, Patriots.
Rosen now off the bootleg. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 3rd down, Rosen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Letting one go deep for the end. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Dalton throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's got his man, Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Throwing, Dalton steps away. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
The point after is good. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back. Line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Slow.
A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And We've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
Rosen will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gone, 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 gone.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now back out comes the offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Taylor hit, he lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
4 down. Slow.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Z.
midfield now. Here's Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Third and long, it's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Here's Taylor to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hey! 4 down, 4 down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Cardinals on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 15.
Gun!
To throw is Rosen. Able to get away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Slow.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And, man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown.
Hey, we got four. We got four down. No. Me. If you kill it, motion me out. Goes to you. Comes to me, it's me.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, four down.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Gun! Check 15. Over! Watch him now, Barney!
Here's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st down, it's Taylor. He drops it off for Bernard. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Slow.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. He's got a man, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Z. Got three. Z. What's the motion?
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A.J. Green with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will get him one closer. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
23 yards on the play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And unable to connect, it's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.